So today we're going to be talking about Zippos. Again, I've departed from them for a while and they're back. And today we're going to be talking about a question that I get quite a bit, especially for people that want to use their lighters for tricking, Zippo tricks. Like cool things like, hey, you see this Zippo, it's all closed. Bam! Weren't even expecting that, were you? And that is, what's the deal with the armor Zippos and are they better for tricking? Well, let me explain to you what the deal with them are. We have a regular Zippo here, an armor Zippo here, and an armor Zippo here. The deal is, Zippo claims that the armor Zippos are 150% as thick as the regular ones, therefore that means that they are 1.5 times as thick as the regular Zippos. Today I actually have brought out, because I got into the reloading game and I happen to have them now, a set of digital calipers. We're going to go ahead and measure some thicknesses here in just a moment, but again, Zippo claims that they're about 150% as thick as the standard Zippo. I don't have the weight, though. I don't have a scale that can measure the weight of these, but just put it down as the armor ones are heavier. They feel more substantial. That's why a lot of people like them. And people are asking, well, you know, if they're thicker, does that mean that the hinge is thicker, and therefore it would be better for tricking? We'll talk about that in a second. But here are the three lighters. I have the lifetime guarantee one, which is not in armor. And I have these two, which are armor. First of all, I'm going to show you the bottom stamps, because if you've never seen an armor bottom stamp, you're going to see one today. Here's the regular one, which everybody should know. The regular bottom stamp. And here's the armor bottom stamp. Every armor Zippo has this bottom stamp. As you can see, it's quite a bit different. First of all, you'll notice that it's uncanned, meaning that it doesn't go in like this one. It's not punched out on the bottom. It's totally flat. And you'll notice the Zippo armor logo, which is this right here, Zippo, and then some sort of a shield with a flame coming out of it. I guess that makes sense, because it's a lighter, and it's got armor protection. I suppose that makes sense. So yes, it's uncanned, and it has that distinct armor logo. If we look at this other one here, it is the same, with the same logo. Armor. Okay, so that's what the bottom stamps look like. And now let's go ahead and actually measure the thickness and see how close it is to actually being true, that 150% statement. Let's take the insert out of this one. Take the insert out of this one. And we'll fire up the calipers. Nice calipers that I've been using for reloading, which I did just fire my first batch of rounds today and didn't kill myself, so that's a good start, I suppose. Alright, let's go ahead and measure the thickness. Okay, this comes in at about 0.025 inches. Okay, so 25 thousandths of an inch. Not bad. So if that's true, this should come in at around 36 thousandths-ish, 37 thousandths. 37.5 thousandths, really. Should get for doing math on the in the viewfinder, can be very dangerous. And I said it should be about 37. Let's get it all pinched in there. And I'm actually getting 30 even. So it's a little bit thicker, but not quite the 150% they mentioned. I'll go ahead and measure the other one to see what it is. You can see that's 0.030. It is thicker, 5 thousandths of an inch thicker, but not quite the 150% they mentioned. Go ahead and measure this one now. Take the insert out. This has got a design on it. So, whoa, sorry about that jump cut. An idiot called me. Now back to what I was doing. I was measuring the thickness of this one with the design on it, and it comes out to 0.29. So still not the 150% they promise, but it is a little bit thicker. So they're a little thicker, they're a little heavier. Now that brings us to our topic of, does that mean they are better for tricks? The answer is, no, they're not. And I'm going to explain why. Because the hinge pin that holds the lid on, which is the most broken part when you're doing tricks, the hinge pin in here is not thicker on either one of them. So therefore, if you have an armor, it's a bad thing, because you're going to have the heavier lid flying on the same diameter pin, and that's going to give you a greater chance of breaking it. I've got to tell you, I've done thousands and thousands and thousands of that squeeze pop open trick with the Zippos all throughout my life, and I've never yet broken a single lid off of one. I don't know if people just do it too hard or they drop them, but I've never done it. Anyway, another reason I don't think that this is a good idea for tricking is because sometimes with these tricks, like the pop open one here, you need to get purchase on the bottom of the lighter where your thumb can actually grip in. And if you have the canned bottom here, it's a lot easier for your thumb to grip into the bottom of the lighter. Bam. With a flat bottom, like on all the armors, your thumb can slip off more easily. So that's another thing you might want to keep in mind. You don't quite get the grip without that canned bottom. So for tricking, I would just advise you to get a nice non-armor Zippo. It's not to say that armor Zippos are bad at all. In fact, I like them because what you can do with the armor Zippos, because they're a little bit thicker, is often have these nice intricate designs. You'd never be able to engrave that deep with just a standard Zippo. That's one of the things they do with the armors, have these awesome deep designs. In fact, they have this whole line of lighters that have these awesome bolted designs on there with the designs ground into the Zippo. Because it is armor, you wouldn't be able to do that with a regular case. So they're good. They're a little bit heavier, maybe feel like a little more quality to you, but they're not anything special to do with tricking. Except maybe if you drop it, you have less chance of denting it, I'll tell you that. But I mean, you really shouldn't be throwing your Zippos around on like hard concrete floors anyway. You should probably practice in the grass or on a carpeted floor before you start saying, hey man, you want to see me do this trick? Whoa, there it goes, and you let it go flying. You should be like, excuse me lady, can I light that cigarette for you? Bam. I don't always light cigarettes, but when I do it with style. Okay, don't know why that was the most interesting man in the world there. That was kind of completely off the cuff. Don't know. Don't ask questions. So there we go. That is my thoughts on the Armor Zippo. A little bit heavier, a little bit thicker. Not much better for doing tricks. Still like them for their designs. So thanks for watching. Go buy one or don't. Hopefully I've swayed you one way or the other. Or buy both. It doesn't matter. You can never have enough Zippos. And I know that firsthand. So thanks for watching. Take it easy.